If you like the Razer Viper V3 Pro but don't like the price tag, this is probably the better option. Here I have the RAWM Leviathan V4. It costs around 70 euros depending on where you buy it, and it's almost the exact same shape and weight of the Viper V3 Pro. The only differences shape-wise can be found on the front, where the Leviathan is more rounded. In hand they feel almost completely the same except for the side button placement, where the Leviathan has more forward placement for them, which is not a huge problem for me personally. So definitely a very safe shape, especially if you like a bit bigger mouse. I would definitely like that they would do a mini version of this with these up-to-date specs, since that would probably be the perfect Viper Mini alternative. I know they have the SH01 Pro, but it's using some older gen tech and the look is not as clean as on this one. The weight is also pretty much perfectly balanced on the center of the mouse, and this feels just as good to use as the Viper V3 Pro. As for the build quality, I can't find a single flaw on this. There is no creaking or flexing like anywhere. And this time, unlike on their Ergo that I reviewed a while back, the main buttons are like super solid as well. There is like no grinding or additional sideways flexing on them whatsoever. The click implementation is like a million times better than on that Ergo, and this is the first time I've enjoyed using TTC opticals on a mouse. The click is like extremely crisp and there is no annoying pre-travel. They have opted for a very minimal post-travel as well, which I would like that there would be a tiny bit more for a bit more bouncy feel, but that might be just the switches. The side buttons, although a bit tricky to actuate for me, feel very nice. They have this deep, silent sound to them that is quite addicting to spam. Scroll wheel is also very good, no bad things to say about it at all. On the surface of the mouse, they have used a pretty creepy coating, at least on the blue version, that feels like quite comparable to the Viper V3 Pro coating. Not as grippy, not as matte. It has this slight shine to it, but it's really grippy for me at least. Even the skates are amazing, and they use these transparent PTFE skates with an anti-collapse layer. The edges are nicely rounded and they feel super smooth to use. As for the insides, they're using a new Nordic 54L15 MCU and a Pixar 3950 sensor, and they are implemented exceptionally well. Polling stability is very nice with the competitive plus setting on all polling rates except 8K, which just shows some very erratic behavior. So 4K polling is definitely the one I would recommend if you want to use a higher polling rate. The motion latency measured with 4K is around minus 0.8 milliseconds from my control unit, which is really good. And with 2K I got an average of minus 0.7 milliseconds, which is also very, very good. With 1K it measured actually quite worse than I expected at around 0.2 milliseconds more than my control unit, but I imagine 2K and 4K pollings are the ones people are gonna go for. The driver is kind of confusing at first, but I suggest you swap right away to their gaming channel for some additional performance related settings. If your mouse becomes unresponsive, just replug your dongle and you are good to go. Speaking of the dongle, there is a one button that you can use to cycle between the polling rates. Yeah, it's quite a nice looking dongle, and this is very, very easy to swap between, like 1K for desktop usage and 4K for gaming usage. So nice dongle as well. But yeah, back to the driver. So DPI, set it to what you prefer. The polling rate, I suggest 2K or 4K. Don't fiddle with the X polling, since it's just a bit of a gimmick that increases jitter. It's a setting that supposedly allows you to set your polling rate in frequency values, but USB protocol doesn't really work that way. Then for performance mode, I choose competitive plus for maximum battery drain and maximum power. Then motion sync off, and here with the wireless turbo, it probably depends on your environment, so setting it to auto is a good thing. I tested all of these, and with mode 1 and 2 I got a pretty noticeable decrease in polling stability, so mode 3 works the best for me, but this depends on your environment. Then you can use angle tuning if you grip your mouse weirdly instead of learning to grip it like a human being, and key delay, I have set it all debouncing to 0. So those were my settings, copy them if you want. But yeah, in conclusion, the value this mouse brings to the table is pretty insane. Like, there is nothing to note from the build quality, nothing to complain about the clicks, and the coding is also very, very good. Also, performance is really good. This is an awesome mouse release if the shape suits you, and now I just realized that I didn't mention the weight. It's around 56 grams on my scale, which is really, really good. It's like Viper V3 Pro weight. And yeah, but it's a really, really good mouse. I like it a lot. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Goodbye.